Wellness for Life is brought to you by Back in Motion Physical Therapy, Gothenburg Chiropractic Clinic, Mahabi Atwa Community Action Partnership, Natural Alternatives, and Lakeside Sports and Pain Clinic.
Today's a special day. We'd like to welcome you to a very brief video interview with Julia Livingston, who is the new acupuncturist on staff here in Natural Alternatives. We're very, very happy to welcome her here. She's going to do a brief demo on acupuncture, but the key to understand is that she becomes part of this collaborative team here at Natural Alternatives, which consists of Dr. Mark Wheaton, Dr. Dave Andrus, Dr. David Gothenburg, and we're now inviting also, which we'll be doing a video series on Dr. Blake Locksterkamp, who's the new chiropractor joining us. And so we're very, very excited to have Julia here, and I'll let her kind of take the wheel here and explain acupuncture.
Hi, I'm Julia Livingston. I would like to talk to you a little bit about acupuncture. So acupuncture is over 2,500 years old from China, and we do needles and we also do Chinese herbs as we look through the different imbalances that people have through their life and whatever lifestyles that they're currently trying to work through. So today we are going to actually talk about having a elbow pain, and I'm going to just quickly give you a little brief of what would happen when you come, because people know that we deal with needles, and sometimes the needles they think of are like the needles they get with the vaccination or blood draw. So I'm going to show you what they look like and how little they actually are. So what happens first is we usually clean our hands here, and what we do is we will be wiping down the area they'll be working on. This patient right here, we're going to work on a elbow pain that is going on. What we'll do is we'll clean the area site before we put the needle in. And here you can see that we have a needle. They're very little. They are one-time use. They are sterile. And afterwards we throw them away, so only one time. As you can see, we have this tube that we place on the skin, and the needles are just a little bit further away, and we'll just plop that right in. So as you can see right here, she had talked about pain right here. We put the tube right there, and we just put it in, we slowly insert it in, and there is one needle that we use in the skin.
So now, Julia, one of the questions that clients have right off the bat about acupuncture is, why did you put the needle there? Obviously, because the Chinese medicinal system is based on the five-element theory and meridians, channels that go through the body, we're making the assumption that you put that needle there for a reason.
Correct.
Okay, so let's
yes.
talk about that.
So there are different meridians throughout the body. There's different pathways along the body that we work on. And for example, when we were talking about pain in an area, we will probably work on that region, and then we'll look also to see of different other areas that could be imbalanced, because our big thing is about balancing the body out. And what we'll do is when you come in, we are also going to be taking your pulse and looking at your tongue too to see if there's other layers that need to be worked at, because sometimes people are hot, sometimes people are cold, and so when we're looking at one area, we also may be trying to affect something else. And so there are, again, like we're looking through the body here, we have a pathway that goes right through this area, right along here, and this happens to be right where that pain area. So we're going to look at this area, and then we'll look at someplace on the hand, and then possibly the foot, and then also in the head, as we work to balance the whole body out. And we also, we know people don't always like needles, right? So we have other things too, other tools that we use. For example, we have what's called a ear seed. You can see they're very little. It's just like, this is just like a Band-Aid. This is a Varcaria seed right here. And we put it on your ear, and we put in specific points. You can see there's all sorts of numbers along the ear, right? We would be using that also if you had an elbow pain. Along this area, there are specific points for an elbow pain that we had placed the simple little Varcaria seed on that, and we'd use pressure point to help with people that have different imbalances throughout their body. And then also we have cupping too. I also do fire cupping. These are really good to help increase the blood flow when people have like tight back muscles, abdominal muscles, and then we also can use some oil on that area, and we also do sliding cupping, so we move it along the area along the back to help with the muscles, to release the tension that's there. That could be little knots that we have in there. And the beauty about working here is that we have also a variety of other healthcare providers that can also help additionally with different things that people come in with.
So the beautiful part for us is that Julia brings in a complementary care, and the kind of things that we address in our clinic all the time, people who suffer with headaches, depression, anxiety, smoking cessation, all these are kind of things that she can help bring to the table that right now with the kind of care that we provide as a muscle therapist doesn't necessarily work out the same. So she's an incredible asset to us to have in our clinic and be able to provide this type of care. And again, it's complementary. And a lot of people have said, why would you use a needle when we use a machine called an electroacuoscope that we have over here to treat these kind of issues? Well, there are sometimes a blockage in the channel that is the reason why it will not heal. And that's what an acupuncturist knows how to do, is to go in and figure out where these blockages are, facilitate and open them up. So again, check us out on the web at naturalalternatives.com. We would love to have you come to our clinic and experience what acupuncture is like and all the other services we provide. And so welcome.
Thank you for watching Wellness for Life. Brought to you by Back in Motion Physical Therapy, Gothenburg Chiropractic Clinic, Mahabi Atwa Community Action Partnership, Natural Alternatives, and Lakeside Sports and Pain Clinic.